thing and you're gonna tell me we're already fucking recording. Fuck's sake.
We can cut it out.
Every time. Every time he gets me. Well, I'm James.
Nathan.
That's Nathan. We're the Multi Geeks.
Yeah. We review beer and talk geek shit.
Yeah, so we're gonna get right into it, I think, eh?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
All right, so I picked this one after it was suggested to me by my girlfriend. This is the newest microbrewery in our area, Manitoba. I say Manitoba because they're actually they want to be based in Interlake and they want to be based in Gimli.
Nice. Okay.
So they're called Interlake Brewing Co. And what this one is, this is an interesting one. It's called Wild River. It's a wild rice red ale.
That sounds really interesting.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
shutting off my shit.
yeah. It has a 4.5 ABV. And yeah, it's made from wild rice, so it wants to be gluten free. It wants to be gluten free. A little backstory on Interlake Brewing Co. They are like the newest brewery in Manitoba. They're run by a Métis family, a husband wife, and they're currently contract brewing out of Oaxus. And I think they're gonna be opening up a tap room out in Gimli on the beach there.
That's crazy.
Yeah, Interlake.
No kidding, man. Good for them.
Yeah. So let's pour it.
Let's do it.
Pour it. Yours is somewhere down here.
Oh, nice.
All right. Get ready for this.
All right. See what my pours like this week.
Let's not have a Nathan pour.
Let's not.
But you wanna try, like, it's a red ale, so you want to try to get a little head on there.
Yeah.
Mine wasn't that good, but it wasn't a Nathan pour. There we go. That's a good pour. Maybe like a millimeter too much. But I like it. It looks appetizing.
It does. All right.
Cheers. Yeah, one more quick one, eh?
Mm.
Well, that's a good sign.
Yeah, no, I really dig that.
Yeah, eh? Like, it's just like,
you know what? It tastes just like a normal red ale when you first start, but then you get that the wild rice graininess kind of just like settles in. It just kind of builds, and it's like,
it's quite mellow, eh? Like, it's not too roasty, or it's not really sweet at all.
No, and it's very well balanced too. But there's like, it's a red ale, so there's going to be some bitterness, right? And it is there, and it's there in the background, and it's really nice. But yeah, no, I mean, like, oh, excuse me, having been a chef for a long time, right? I've worked with wild rice a lot, and I know that flavor really well, right? And
I love wild rice. That's the best thing about family get-togethers. Auntie makes their wild rice with the cheese on top.
Cool. Okay,
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, no.
And like, that flavor comes through really well here, and I honestly don't think that there is a better style to use wild rice in. I think this is the perfect style to use that.
Like you're saying, red ale.
Yeah, red ale is the perfect style to. If you want to brew with wild rice, I would say like red ale or something similar. You know,
Perhaps like a brown ale.
a brown would also work. Yeah, because it's really in that wheelhouse, right?
Yeah. Now it says it should have like a malty earthiness to it, with notes of caramel. I'm not getting much of that, eh?
No, I mean, like, they probably put that on there just because it's it's a standard for the style.
Yeah, you're
Right.
gonna find like a caramelly,
Yeah.
malty. Like normally you would find a caramelly malty, roasty almost, in a red ale or a amber ale. So, but in this, it doesn't scream to me roasty or caramelly. Like, 'cause caramelly would give you excuse me, that sweetness.
Yeah.
But I'm not getting that. This is very well balanced.
Mm-hmm.
Very easy drink.
It's super easy drinking, man. I really like this. I'm glad you brought it. It's a new discovery, right? You said like just like last
Yeah,
week.
like my girlfriend found it last week, and we tried it after a long work week, and I was like, holy crap! Like this is a good beer. Like we gotta review this.
Nice.
And it's cool because it's a local brewing company. It's the newest one, and great. If you actually look at the can, it's a lake in Manitoba, right?
Yeah,
Like
it's a good can. Good can.
good can. You got the canoe. Great look.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm like I think I've tried another one of these guys. It was more like a session or like a hoppy pale ale or something like that. But to me, this makes me excited about these guys. Like this is very creative. I think.
Yeah,
I've
I
never heard of a wild rice beer before.
Me neither.
That is strictly Manitoba.
Yeah, right. Well, it is. It's like a very like it's a native crop, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's something that that you know the Aboriginal used and ate as part of their diet. You know, and I mean, like, it's something that I wish was a little more widespread because it's delicious and it's nutritious. Tastes just
No,
like chicken.
it's
No, I'm
if
just
you
kidding,
can
man.
find it, you're paying. You pay for it, man. Like
Unfortunately, yeah.
but
That's one.
but
That's one
it's
of those.
worth it.
Unfortunately, like that's one of those things that it is worth it. But that's one of those things that it's like you know, because it is so kind of specialty now, it demands a high price, right? Because people are willing to pay for it.
Yeah.
But honestly, delicious.
No, like this is great. Like
Mhm.
typically when I see like red ale, I'm thinking I should have this in like October, maybe even November, Christmas time, because it's gonna make you feel nice
Yeah.
and cozy.
Yeah.
This I don't mind having. This we're in the late spring now. Like
Yeah.
but it's fits all right, eh? Like,
Yeah. I would say like cut off mid June.
Yeah, when the humidex gets higher, they're like
But it's much further into the warm weather than I would normally drink any other red ale.
I agree. Yeah. Yeah, like I'm very
excuse me.
impressed.
Yeah, it's
Very
like
very impressed.
yeah, and again, it's one of those beers that kind of surprises you with its simplicity, right? It's like it doesn't have a whole lot to it. It's got like some light bitterness. You know, like carbonation is good. I could personally use maybe a little more carbonation, but but I feel like it's kind of
It is a red ale.
It is
You're
a
not
red
gonna
ale.
find much of that.
That's true. That's true. But yeah, like color is great, and yeah, it's like that wild rice graininess in the back is really nice. But other than that, there's not a whole lot to it, and that's good.
Yeah, less is more, right?
Less is more.
Yeah, like this makes me excited to see what else they have.
Definitely. Yeah.
Like I think they also have like a double IPA, which does not grab my attention. Like I don't want to drink an 8% IPA. I'm sorry. I know like there's a lot of IPA lovers out there, but for me it's like I'd rather have a session, you know?
Yeah. Like I would drink that, and then not much else after that.
I guess the happy medium for me would be like a NEPA, like a New England IPA,
yeah,
right?
yeah, where it's like 6-ish%, right?
Yeah. That would be but no,
Oh, excuse me.
very surprising red ale.
Yeah, and that was Interlake, you said?
Interlake Brewing Co. Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah. So like that,
Very dig it.
another reason to go to Gimli for the festival.
Yeah.
The Viking festival.
No kidding, man. Yeah. Yeah, if they're gonna tap host, man, they're gonna make bank this year.
Oh, right on. I'm pretty sure they want it right on the beach there.
Dude, yeah. That's a printing money machine is what it is right there. You know? As long as they're making even half decent beer, you know? Which they obviously are.
Yeah, no, like I'd like to see them. I'd be very intrigued. Like now, it's funny. Interlake. I'm thinking more now with this one. I'm thinking more winter beers. I want to see the stout.
Yeah. Man, another one too, like darker beers are what would service a wild rice base, you know, or at least an addition. And I mean like a stout, like a wild rice stout, I think would kick ass.
You think it's just a dry stout, or
Yeah, I think it's got to be dry. I don't think sweetness lends it very much in terms of like compatible flavors, you know.
What
But
about a
like,
coffee stout, or is that not? You don't think that would mesh well with the rice?
I just think it's getting too complicated. That's all.
Yeah.
The rice would get lost. That's what I think.
No,
Beers
fair
like
enough.
this where it's like you got like oh, how do I describe it? Not necessarily a blank canvas, but you know, close. You know, and to really showcase that like specialty ingredient that you're putting into it. You
Yeah.
know? It's like it's the same thing with like adding flavor to something where it's like if you're adding something to a dish, make sure you can taste it. You know,
Fair enough,
and
yeah.
it's the same thing with this. You know,
Yeah, like when you say taste the wild rice, that's not. It's not forward with wild
no,
rice.
it just blends in with the malt of the beer, man, which is perfect. I feel like if it was front and center and like you know double the amount that is in there right now, you know, I think it wouldn't be as good.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I totally agree. It's I was so surprised. I had seen it before I had it last week, and I was like, I don't know. And I didn't catch on. I just saw like rice red ale. I'm like, huh? And then when my girlfriend found it, and it was like wild rice.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, right. Yeah,
Like unbelievable. Like I've never seen that.
me neither. Yeah.
I remember we had like a rice beer from China when we went to our first beer fest. Remember
That's
that?
right. Yeah.
That one summer we had it here was
Oh,
amazing.
excuse me. That was
Yangjing?
yeah, yeah, that's pretty much what it was. Yeah.
Yeah, Yangjing. And they had the dry version in the tall boy can, and they
Oh,
had like just
yeah.
the regular.
Oof.
In
That
the, in the,
dry that dry version was like, man, that could quench my thirst in the middle of the desert after a month. You know? Like, oh.
I don't remember. It was so long ago, but yeah, like it was. Let's get more rice beers out there, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Remember the rice beer that I made?
yeah, it was. I think
It was
your
alright.
palate needed to be matured a little bit, but
Yeah.
it was beer.
It was beer.
It was drinkable.
Yeah, and it was dry, which is what I wanted.
Yeah, no, it was a good summer beer.
Yeah.
We should revisit that whenever we start brewing again.
Yeah, I know. Too busy doing this.
Yeah. Definitely try this beer out.
Yeah. Yeah, it's delicious.
Are you ready for the next one? Are we going for
A little quick break.
a little quick break and then maybe some geeky stuff?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Cheers.
And we're back.
We're back.
So, last episode, we'll see if it gets out before this gets out. We reviewed Moon Knight episodes 1 and 2, right? So, we're going to do 3 and 4 this time, which we smashed in like an hour before this.
Now, you're saying 3 and 4.
Oh, no, that's right. Oh, yes! My turn.
Go for it.
Okay, so this guy only watched episode 3. I'm actually ahead of him now. I don't know if you'll remember this episode or 2 back.
Whoops.
Yeah,
Hey man, it's been a busy couple of weeks.
I know. Yeah.
Busy
Well,
couple of weeks.
Well, yeah, you moved and stuff, right?
I moved, just still getting settled, and watching Moon Knight on the way to and from work to here is, excuse me, is great and all, but 50-minute episode, you're not gonna get it all in.
Yeah, exactly.
But holy cow, episode 3.
Yeah.
Episode 3.
Episode 3 is nuts.
Like
Khonshu's always crazy. I love it.
I freaking love Khonshu.
Yeah. I take back what I said last episode about him like sounding like Venom or wanting to sound like Venom, you know?
I'm happy you went there. Yeah, because I had some different thoughts when we were finishing it up just before we started here.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Oh no, that's all I had. Go ahead.
Okay,
Go on,
yeah. Do you know who the voice actor is yet?
He sounds really familiar.
I think it's Optimus Prime.
Right.
Did you
I didn't look it up.
Okay.
No.
let us know if it is?
Yeah.
Like I'm thinking like, why does it sound so familiar and almost comforting?
Yeah, that's the thing is when he talks, I'm like, I feel like even though he's supposed to be this like kind of like homicidal crazy god, it's like I feel cozy.
Yeah, it's like watching Transformers as a kid.
Yeah, exactly.
The cartoon Transformers, thank you much. Or even
Well, no,
even or yeah,
in the movies too.
Yeah, well, it's always been the same guy, right?
Yeah, exactly. We're talking about the comforting aspect of the cartoons, though.
Yeah,
it
not-
quite didn't do that. It didn't quite do the same thing for us with the movies.
No.
Even though the first one's badass, but
That's another episode.
Yeah.
I have. We can go into that.
I'll leave it on this. I'm always down with gratuitous robot on robot violence.
Well, who isn't?
Yeah, exactly.
What else are robots for?
Exactly. Well,
I mean, if they can make coffee and serve you beer, I guess that'd be sufficient.
it's like, thank you, Mr. Coffee. Bye. Jesus. Cool.
But no, like Moon Knight. It's still shaping up for me to be like my favorite TV series.
Really, Ed?
Yeah, I just gotta I want to finish it, obviously.
Hello.
As we were joined by the cat.
Yep. Get on my cat.
Are you gonna introduce your cat?
This is Odin. He's the younger one. Oh yeah, sorry.
The less fat one.
Yeah, he is less fat.
He's getting up there though.
He's getting up there.
But so Moon Knight.
Yeah.
I can just see the comments now. More cat. No.
Always.
Always.
What do you think about what happened?
I thought it was at first that when they were going into the temple there, and all the avatars were meeting and being summoned in that, I was like, okay, this is like I'm like, I don't know, okay, like what is this, Power Rangers? Like everyone's assembling, or you know,
Yeah.
and then I realized that, but then gotta speak to Oscar, eh?
Oh yeah, great actor.
Awesome actor, like
Yeah.
how he goes from Steven. I can't do the accent, but
Stephen Grant.
that was good. That was good. So the serious Mark Spector to Khonshu, and when he was like possessed by him,
Oh, that was crazy. Yeah.
yeah, and he's just
It was a big booming voice, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
like great actor,
Yeah.
great actor, like.
And you can see it in like the eyes too, right? Like the very like kind of like timid Stephen Grant, and then you see like when it goes to Mark, it's like, you know, like
Yeah.
the eyebrows go down and like, you know, like forward and stuff, and he gets a lot more grizzled and stuff. It's neat, the little like details, I guess, in his character,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, no, it's just phenomenal acting. And is it Arrow? What's the guy's name? The cult leader?
Oh, Harrow.
Harrow.
Arthur Harrow. Yeah.
Arthur Harrow. Yeah. Frick, don't you just hate him?
Yeah, because he's so holier than thou.
Exactly.
He's so like, it's almost like condescending. It's like you know not what you do, you know. And I hate it so much. But I like I said last episode, I really like Ethan Hawke.
Yeah.
So it's really cool to see him like kind of flex his villain muscles a little bit.
Yeah, but it doesn't. It looks so effortless, you know.
Oh yeah, definitely. Very
He-
talented guy.
Yeah.
Again, like you know, the whole cast is talented.
Yeah. No. I don't know what else to say. I just want to watch more of it, right?
Yeah, well, you could have.
Yeah. Whoops. Well, on the way home, I'll watch episode 4, and then next week we'll be good to go.
There you go. But yeah, I don't know if it's shaping up to be my favorite Marvel TV show, but it is like it's up there. It's very good, and it's also very like you know, it's dark, which I really dig. You know,
Yes.
Love me some violence. You know,
I like how you say that, because we've always had the endless debate, because you're a Marvel guy and I'm a DC guy.
No.
And my argument's always been like
DC is darker.
Is darker,
Yeah,
and
sorry.
for me that's more appealing. Like I remember reading the Blackest Night like series, and I'm just like, this is awesome. Why don't more people read it like that? And for me, as growing up, Marvel was so cartoony.
Yeah.
You know, and I mean, like, yeah, it should be, but like, as I grew older, I was like, I want something a little more dark and sinister, and I'm just waiting every episode of Moon Knight for Khonshu to come on,
I
right?
know, yeah.
Like he's cool, man.
Yeah.
And I like how they went with like the how do you describe the skull thing? Like the moon.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like some like elongated bird skull. It's crazy.
Yeah, the bird skull.
Almost like a toucan skull.
Yeah. It just like, and with the is it a scepter? Is it a staff?
I
Or
think it's a staff. Yeah.
yeah, and like it's just he immediately grabs your attention, right?
Yeah.
And it's just like, what is he gonna do now? Right? And like when they're in the temple and he's telling freaking Harrow there, shut up, you know.
He goes to punch him.
Yeah, and it's just, you gotta feel, you gotta feel for Khonshu.
Yeah.
Like he's like the black sheep of all these gods, and
Yeah, he's already kicked out, and then this guy's lying.
Yeah, like,
he's getting mad, right?
yeah,
It's weird that like a disgraced god's former avatar has more, like like a higher reputation than the actual disgraced god. Which is weird.
yeah. And like I was like as soon as they summoned him there, I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
Like, and then okay, so how about Harrow and his cane and his power of,
It's like
yeah.
I guess they call it like the like finding like the or like discovering if there is any salvageable good in the person. I think that's what it is.
Okay.
And I mean, like, where's the power coming from? Is it coming from the goddess that he's trying to find?
Yeah.
And like, if so, like, why is he trying to find her? You would think that as her avatar, that he would just have that knowledge, or she would share that knowledge. So I'm not quite sure. Or is the cane like an artifact that he found?
It must be.
It must be. Yeah.
It must be. Like it's that's what kind of compels me to this series. Right?
Yeah.
Excuse me. And
the whole Egyptian like god hierarchy thing is really cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that aspect.
Fascinating, really.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, and I can't wait to watch the next episode. Whoops.
Yeah. I know. It's okay.
It's okay.
You had a long week.
Yeah, man. So looking forward to the next one.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
Anything you want to add about Moon Knight, or?
The cape was really cool. When he came down, it was all like it was in the moon shape.
Oh yeah, and you're just waiting for him to freaking do the
Yeah.
with the moons and that, and
Totally.
it's
And like
so cool.
oh yeah, and like when it's only halfway through the series, so you don't know you know that he's gonna get out of it, but like when Layla starts losing by the sarcophagus, and then like and then Moon Knight has all those javelins through him on the ground, and they progressively get like worse
Yeah.
and worse, and pinning him down and stuff like that. It's like, oh my god, they might actually lose. But
Yeah.
it's halfway through the series, right?
Exactly. Yeah. I don't like. I guess they really planned it perfectly, eh? Because you're not gonna see Moon Knight at all until like it's the last 20 or less minutes.
Yeah,
if that.
exactly.
Yeah, and it's just like it's like it reminds me of just watching and waiting for Batman. You know what I mean? As the kid, like you're like, hey, when is he gonna get the Batman? When are we gonna see the cool car and all the cool toys and that? You know? Yeah. And I'm just like, even as a grown ass man, I'm sitting there like, okay, when are we gonna get to the action? Like, fuck.
Yeah, like all this stuff is cool and all, but come on.
How much build up do we need?
Yeah, exactly.
But apparently a lot, I guess.
Yeah.
I remember as soon as they went to the temple, I remember reading remember we were talking about reading the original run, and I'm like,
yeah,
hey,
here we go.
I know what's happening now.
Yeah. Oh, one last thing.
Yeah.
I like how Stephen Grant is getting kind of desensitized to the violence now.
Right.
Because like he was like Mark was like choking that guy, right? And then Steven's like give me the body, like, you know, and then he does, and he turns into dapper Moon Knight there, and then he's like, oh, sorry, you okay? Just crack me up, that's all.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be good. The rest of the series is gonna be really good.
Yeah, it is. And like, you know, I've seen episode 4 and you haven't. Like, it's honestly.
I will
it's,
tonight.
yeah. Okay. Cool. It's really cool.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So I guess onwards for Moon Knight, I guess, eh?
Yeah.
All right. Any more? What do you want to see? Final thoughts on our beer here?
That
We haven't said.
yeah, that we haven't said nothing. Very very quick recap. It's a delicious red ale made with wild rice. I mean, like, there's not much more to say.
Easy drinking.
Very easy drink.
If you had a red ale and you don't like red ales, I suggest you try this one.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
You're not gonna. It's not gonna taste like a red ale at all. Really.
No, it just tastes like a. No, it tastes like a red ale. it does.
When I say that, I mean it's not overly roasty or anything like that. Like, it's just for those who don't like red ales, try this one. It's very well balanced.
Yeah, and yeah, you're right in that aspect where it doesn't like, the normal characteristics of a red ale aren't embellished here. Like, bitterness is low, roastiness is low, caramelly sweetness is low. Right, it just kind of like it distills what a red ale kind of should be.
Yeah,
and adds the wild rice, and it's delicious.
Yeah, absolutely delicious. Yeah,
cool.
All right, anything else to add?
I don't think so.
All right, here we go. I'm James.
Nathan.
We're the Multi Geeks.
Cheers.
Cheers.